I had a guy come in and he wasn't even my client because his broker just walked out one day. We never saw him again. And he was pissed because his account went from 1 million down to like 60,000.
Oh
Um,
my God.
and this dude literally, we walked outside, he took a swing at me. I literally
This
ducked
was
it,
young Howie Dewey. He was athletic too.
went back in the office, and our manager was hiding behind the desk. I shit you not. And every broker back then, you would leave, you'd get in, you'd handle 2 hours of shitty calls. Then you would go over to across the street to Applebee's, and you would, do 4 to 6 shots and 3 beers, and you would go back to your office and start talking to more clients with a bottle of Jack.
Cash Daddies is for entertainment purposes only. You'd be an idiot to listen to anything these degenerates say. Invest at your own risk, do research, but seriously don't listen to these ass clowns. Now enjoy Cash Daddies.
Welcome to Cash Daddies. We're banking fatties. Hope you guys had a great week. Life is good. Join me as always on the ones and twos from the space station. Jay Nice, Johnny Woodard. Johnny, how are you?
I'm good, man. Trying to survive this LA heat. I understand you're in up there too, right? On the hill. How?
Dude, you're doing way better than us.
I know. What's the temperature up there right now?
Dude, here's how bad it is. I live in a nice place, but it's got no central air, and it's on top of a hill. And like if you walk down the stairs to get to it's way cooler. But as you walk up, it gets hotter. I literally thought my dog had died yesterday. I'm like, get up. And she's just like, I'm like, get up. She's
Which dog?
zombified. I started freaking out.
Which dog?
Pollyanna.
Oh no,
Yeah.
poor girl.
Roger doesn't know what he's doing. He's such a queer, but
So is that why you're down to 130 pounds? It's the heat.
I wish, bro. I wish, man. I've been putting up some good numbers at the gym, some good numbers.
Really?
Joining us as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the idiot savant of financial and stock projections. Howie Dewey.
Yes, sir.
Howie, how are you?
Good, brother. Good.
How's
Good.
New York?
It's nice. It's cool. I was up in the Adirondacks this weekend. Beautiful, cool. Come back to the city. It's not bad. 75 degrees.
Oh, that
Still
must be so nice.
still smells like piss, but that's okay.
I'll take fucking nice, cool piss over fuck.
Yeah.
What
Cool
we've
piss
had
over
in
hot
LA
piss
in the
any
last
day.
week is insanity.
How hot is it there? I must have missed this.
Dana was working on a comedy special and she went to her car. Now, I will tell you, her car is black. She got into her car. It said
Ooh.
122 degrees.
Damn.
It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous.
What are you guys doing for water out there?
We're buying water at the water park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam told me that a while back, Howie, about you that you're concerned about water supplies a lot.
I don't get where you guys get the water out there.
You don't know where we get water? Where do you get water, Howie?
We get water from the Catskills. It hits the mountains and it trickles down the mountains, down these long aquifers, aqueducts, and it comes into the city.
So, you're talking about tap water?
We get it from the sky, all the water.
Right. All water's from the sky, Howie. All water's from the sky.
Yeah,
LA gets groundwater pumped from the local area, and then they also get water imported by the city from the Owens Valley.
yeah, because there's no rain out there. How do you get it from the sky if it doesn't rain for 6 months?
It's in the ground, dude.
It's
It
in the
comes down
ground,
from
bro.
it comes down from the mountains too.
You think it's in the ground. You better hope it snows a lot this winter.
This is why Howie Dewey is pure gold.
Shit's not funny, man. There's
Howie,
no
we're going to be in upstate New York at the end of the month. Tell us about it.
Saratoga, September 30th. Oh, it's going to be wild. 2 shows, 7, 9:30, Putnam Place, right in downtown Saratoga. Got a lot of people coming. It's going to be a great time.
I am going to be this weekend in Dallas, actually, Plano, Texas, at the House of Comedy. Come get weird. Myself, Zane Helberg. Should be fun. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Grab tickets for both of these shows at samtripoli.com. Big week. Big week. Lots of questions. Let's get into it. Johnny?
Let's start right now. I want to start right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Are both you guys in a fantasy football league?
Well, kind of, yeah. I'm in one for sure. And then Johnny took our fucking punch drunk one and made it in some stupid thing.
I'm not the commissioner. We did auction draft in our punch drunk league, which everybody wanted to do except for Sam, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to it's an auction draft where like it's my turn, I bid, and then people like try to outbid me for my own pick.
It's not your pick though. You nominate somebody. The trick is, Sam, see, you would love it if you thought about it. You want to nominate people that you think they're going to blow their money on. So like if you got Eric Oligny in your league, you want to nominate Tom Brady. So he blows all his money on Tom Brady because he's a big Bucks fan. That's the strategy of it.
I don't like
it's the best.
I don't. I just want to pick my team and go.
Well, the statistic I saw today blew my mind, and that is that over the next couple days, over $25 billion will be tossed into fantasy football in our country. $25 billion.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And is that counting all the under the table shit that going down?
It's an estimate of the professional fantasy football leagues, household, local towns. But I mean, there's literally millions of leagues. And I'm just doing the math. I'm in one with an old buddy of mine from college. And it's $250 to join the league. And there's 14 teams. So there's $3,000, and that's just one league. And there's millions of them. So I can see that number's probably pretty real. 25 billion.
Yeah,
that's wild.
We're degenerates. I mean, like somebody said, like Substack, which is like a blog for like reporters, where it's like their Patreon, right? And you could subscribe to their blogs. Made like, I think like like I want to say like let's say 150 million, right? OnlyFans made like 3.5 billion. We are a nation of degenerates, and I like it.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good thing. It's just, think about this shit. We're literally betting every week on guys that are going out and making sure their life expectancy is minus 30 years to the normal male, just cracking skulls, getting concussions, so that we hope they get over 100 yards and 2 TDs.
Did you watch what's the show on HBO?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. You guys watch Hard Knocks with the
I haven't seen the last one, but yeah, I've seen most of them.
I love that coach.
Me too.
But man, those helmets with the cushions on them look so stupid.
So
it's
stupid.
Unbelievable. It is like the equivalent of adults wearing a helmet riding a bike. It's just like pussification, and it just looks dumb. And I understand legally why they're doing it, and from a financial point of view why they're doing it, but they look stupid, and they need to work on a better version of like chiclet pillows on your head.
Then they look like the aliens from Mars Attacks. I mean, just those things are so stupid. They already have helmets.
What do they use them? They use them in practice.
Yeah, it's like the people it's the linemen mostly who get head impacts the most. Those guys wear it, and it's like a giant rugby helmet on top of their football helmet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice, dog.
Practice.
Really?
Yeah. So it's interesting to watch. But I mean, football is a religion here. And people love it because it's great. I do think if they keep making it on different days, they're going to dilute it, because I think that's what baseball and NBA, that's why they don't get the numbers, because you get everybody to show up on a Sunday to watch. That's the day we put aside for football.
I also don't like the fact that Thursday nights after this weekend are going to be shown on Amazon Prime.
I would get ready for that. I mean, There's going to be a time where I bet you they try to get you to pay for the Super Bowl.
Oh shit!
That's now people might riot for that.
Yeah, you can't have that, man.
No, but
You
dude,
can't have that.
it's. I mean, I get what you're saying, but the thing is, who can really? To me, that's better than Sunday Ticket, where you have to pay fucking $1,000 a season to watch every game. Otherwise, you can't watch. It's so expensive, Sunday Ticket, and
Dude,
it's only
I
on
can't get
satellite.
Raider games in LA. They won't
It's
let
so
me watch
dumb.
Raiders games.
It's so dumb, dude. When I go
Because-
home to North Carolina, I can't watch Braves games. They won't let. They black them out
Really?
in the South. Yeah,
They do in New
they
York.
they say my team is the fucking Orioles in North Carolina. I should be watching Baltimore.
Oh,
and
Yeah,
the
I
Nats.
don't like it one bit, man.
So
I don't
stupid.
Like
well, I mean,
No.
the Dodgers are on a channel that most of Southern Cal can't get.
It's
you
ridiculous. The
serious?
blackout rules are bullshit, man.
I mean,
They
they
are.
got rid of a lot of the blackout rules. I mean, like they locally they struck down like if you don't sell out, you can't watch your local game, which is the most ridiculous rule ever.
That was the
ever.
worst. I
I
remember.
can't
those
believe
days.
it ran for as long as it did.
Me
I mean,
either.
like,
Years.
what are you talking? No wonder
owners,
some
man.
teams didn't have fan bases because they couldn't watch bad teams.
That was ridiculous.
Tell
I
you how
mean-
much power the owners had.
Crazy, dude. Yeah. So I mean, like, I know we're not getting prediction, but DraftKings, like, you're gonna see that money about that place explode because bets are coming in now. People
Well, we
are
keep
playing.
hearing that. Where's the price now? Let's see.
FanDuel, BetCam. I
It's
mean,
at fifth,
DraftKings.
DraftKings is at 1568, which has just been bobbing around that 15 range for.
No, I think it's probably a good buy, but there's one thing you got to consider, and that's this. Look, they passed it in New York, and they're doing billions of dollars in sales. Only one little problem. In New Jersey, the state takes 20% of all of that of the sales that DraftKings does. In New York State, it's 50, half.
50.
I don't know how
50.
that is acceptable for anybody. I guess it's like half of something is better than all of nothing. That's I mean, like, what else are we gonna do? I mean, we're gonna make 50% more than we normally would. But to me, I don't know why anybody would be okay with that.
That's got to just hit you in the profits right from the get-go. I mean, 50%. I mean, that's the state of New York, though. It doesn't surprise me. They're like, you want gambling to be legal? Give us half.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, we got a measure out here. Johnny, I don't know if you've been watching this, but Prop 26 and 27.
Is that with the gambling, the casinos, the Indian casinos?
Well, they've tied some homeless stuff to it as well. It's like
really?
super weird, right? And I don't know which one's which, but one of them is basically that will allow DraftKings in, and then I think another one is that will make hotels have to put homeless people in their hotels.
Well, I know about. I thought those were separate. I didn't know those were the same thing.
No, but I think the bills are on the same. They're like competing bills.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Will you look that up? Prop 26, 27 on California. I mean, like, I want to do daily teams because I think I'll do well in basketball. But not at the expense of making these hotels have to put homeless people in their hotels. This is going to destroy these businesses.
They're doing that in New York, though. I mean, New York, certain hotels are now homeless.
Yeah, if there's a lot, I used to do drugs in shady hotels. You want to go to those hotels? I'm fine with that. And those landlords will gladly do that. They just want to. I mean, these things are like prisons, prison cells, so they don't care. But to make the fucking the W, which is a luxury hotel.
I can't see that happening. The London right down on Sunset ain't going to be bringing homeless people in there.
Yeah, they shouldn't. And that's nothing against homeless because I want to help the homeless, but that destroys a business. And a lot of this, Howie, is about destroying local businesses so these giant corporations can buy them out. Like this thing with, and I've talked about this on my other podcast, but this rent what's it called, Johnny? Rent where they can't evict anybody.
Oh yeah, it's the eviction embargo. Yeah.
Oh, the embargo was a word. I thought that was only was involved with like trade and goods, but the eviction embargo, okay, basically says these guys can't get rid of these tenants that aren't paying. Well, guess what? When these tenants don't pay, they can't afford to pay their mortgage, which means they have to sell, or default. And then guess who comes in and buys it all up? These giant.
Oh, you're thinking a moratorium is probably the word you're thinking of.
Yeah, moratorium. So that's my whole thing. So,
but yeah, Sam. So I looked up those bills. Now, one of them is tied to homelessness, but it's not the hotel thing. The hotel thing is just an LA City thing.
Okay.
Prop 27 it allows mobile sports wagering off tribal lands, and then it also provides funding to some cities and local entities and tribes to help them address homelessness. And then Prop 26 allows in-person roulette, dice games, sports wagering on tribal lands. So I don't know.
Well, are they competing bills, or can I vote for both?
I mean, they're both going to be up, so I don't know. I mean, dude, I'd have to read this for 10 minutes.
Because there's some of them that are trying to say, because DraftKings is trying to allow you to do daily fantasy, because you can't do that right now in California.
You can in New York.
Yeah, you can't do it. So I have this thing right here where it's like a DraftKings. It's some program on my computer that tells DraftKings where I live, so to allow me to, if I can or cannot do these daily fantasy things. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that in California, I could steal $1,000 from CVS, but I can't do daily fantasy.
I think 27 is your yes. Prop 26, it says would legalize sports betting at Native American gaming casinos and racetracks. So you could go to Indian casinos and do sports gambling.
Oh, these assholes!
And then Prop 27 would legalize online and mobile sports games.
Oh my God! What these Native Americans can suck a dick, bro. They're like, hey, man, let's do this here, but you can't do it over there. Go fuck yourself. Dude, hey, I hate what we did to the indigenous, but that's some bullshit right there, dude. That's some bullshit right there. So
Johnny,
I'm going to vote yes on both. I'm voting yes on both. Holy shit. They're like, hey, let's do sports betting, but don't let these guys do sports betting. That's insanity, dude. That is insanity. That is fuck you guys.
What'll happen though?
For you, but fuck you guys.
What'll happen is California will end up passing this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they need money. They need money. They need tax breaks. Look, do what New York did. Pass it through. Take half.
Johnny, do we need money? I think California has a surplus, if I'm wrong, that they're spending on stupid stuff like $1 billion in masks from fucking China. You piece of shit, Governor Newsom.
Yeah, California has a big budget surplus. According to this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're taxing the shit out of us, bro. Yeah. We better have a budget. That's why I'm like, fix this homeless thing. That's what the money's for.
Yeah, build some shelters.
And this says, sorry, go ahead.
Buy a bunch of sleeping bags, man. Buy 100,000 sleeping bags and just drop them out of airplanes. That's a help. I got ideas.
You got my vote. I mean, we could drive around just hand them to them, but I feel like dropping them out of airplanes will be a lot more effective.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You get a sleeping bag and a bag of granola. I don't know.
Here's my biggest thing, dude. Listen, man, I don't know what you do with these. I don't know what, I mean, dude, it's a hard life when you fall through the cracks and nobody's there to help you up. It's a real hard life. And a lot of that is what's going on with these homeless people born to a world where nobody cares. And so I don't know what the answer is. I mean, if you want to give them tents, I'm fine. All the junk needs to go. It just needs to go. I don't need a junkyard on the sidewalk. Sorry. You want a place to stay? I totally understand that. You and your tweaker fucking junkyard got to go. Hey, I love to do tweak too. That was fun. It was a great time of my life. I fucked up. It was so much fun. I fucked my life up. Okay. But guess what? It's not all about you. Okay. And you got to get rid of the 47 bikes you've stolen. Okay. Get rid of that. Right. I mean, you see, guys got 20 bikes. Nobody buys
crazy.
20 bikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go in there, take them.
You couldn't afford a house, but you bought 25 bikes. Come on.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous, dude. So we'll see what happens, dude.
Times are tough. There's a recession, fuel is through the roof, food prices are insane, and people have started to lose their homes. But there can be a huge positive to this because recessions are where more wealth is made than in any other time in the economic cycle. Take the last recession. Those who invested in property and stocks more than doubled their money in 2 years. But no market rose like crypto, where people made 10, 50, even 100x over the same period. That's what James McMahon did. On his Crypto with James YouTube channel, he told his 21,000 subscribers to invest in the same 26 coins that he did. Had you invested $100 into each of those coins, you'd have been in profit more than $123,000. His top pick of the year, a crypto called Phantom, went up a staggering 692 times. Remember, this is public knowledge. You can go to YouTube and verify it yourself. James will be sharing every coin he buys during this recession on his Copy My Crypto membership site. It's like having a big brother who knows what he's doing. You don't need to know a thing about crypto or how to invest. You simply copy along. So to join the 2,800 members who copy James, go to copymycrypto.com/Sam. That's copymycrypto.com/SAM. It's your call. You can thrive in this recession or be another victim. Go to the site and read every word.
What else is going on, Johnny?
Well, we want to talk about the guy who jumped off the Jenga tower from Bed Bath & Beyond.
So before we start with that, 2 weeks ago on this show, the three of us talked about what a shitty store BBA or Bed Bath & Beyond was. And, Sam was like, nah, they sell butt plugs. You ever go in there? And I said, it's the worst fucking store in the world. Because I had questions from readers. How you think I should buy BBBY because it's at $25 a share. Stock's trading under $7 today. And it must be something bad must be going on with the books because the CFO did a backflip off the 18th floor down the street in the Jenga tower in New York City. And you don't recover from 18 floors. I live on the 6th floor. If I jumped off the 6th floor, there's no way in hell I'm going to make it. It's a hike down there. That's a 3-second drop off the 6th floor. This dude did 8.
You fall down the stairs, Howie, you're done.
I would be. I'm getting brittle. But this dude, 18 floors. I feel horrible because the guy's wife was there, his daughters, and they didn't expect anything. He was just talking. All of a sudden, just went nosedive. Definitely didn't think he could fly. He didn't make it.
Dude,
I think
it's so crazy.
It is
so crazy, dude.
It is, and you look at this, and the guy jumped. Something tells me, I don't know. There could be some guilt there. This is a guy that knows what's going on with the books.
But isn't it they manipulate markets?
I mean, he knows how much money they truly have. He knows whether or not they're going bankrupt.
I thought it had to do, Johnny, can you look this up? I thought it had to do with him manipulating markets or prices in order to try to bank a bunch of cash. Am I wrong on that?
No, that's probably
that's what it was, and then it blew up in all their faces, and they got caught. Like 2 of the people arrested, lost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, it's not manipulating markets; it's manipulating numbers, so that when analysts from Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, whatever, come in and they want to know, look, what are your sales? What are your gross margins? What are your numbers going forward? Your growth. They want to be able to look at those books, see the numbers, and see that they're legit. So evidently, this guy and someone else were probably falsifying these numbers, inflating them, making them look great, which, underneath it, this company's going bankrupt. I mean, you knew it. This thing's a piece of shit.
But also, apparently, they just had nonstop stock buybacks. They kept putting money back in the company, and then building stores at the same time is what this says.
Every now and then,
business.
Stock buybacks is good every now and then. But, yeah, you can't be doing that shit. I mean, over and over. Someone's going to catch on. But don't be surprised now if you see this stock go to zero. I mean,
zero?
It's a 6 and change. Look, this reminds me of WorldCom. and the big energy company Enron down in Texas. This reminds me of that when those
Really?
stocks. I remember when the stock went from 24 to 10, and we had the analyst come in our office, and everybody was like, "This has got to be a great buy at 10." And he said, "Do not buy it. Whatever you have, sell it today." That's what he
Damn.
told us. 2 weeks later, it was at $2, and a month later, it was at 3 cents.
So what? At what point do they get delisted? What do you have to do to get delisted, Howie? How does that work?
Usually, once it gets down near a buck or under a buck,
Really?
it's
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
No saving it though. You think at this point?
I don't think. I think it's Bed Bath and Beyond. I mean,
Here's
they're
the
in
thing,
trouble.
man. Here's the thing. Something's going on because even Amazon stock is down, right? So where are people buying shit? Maybe people aren't buying anything. I don't know, man.
No, we're in a correction. I mean, look, Johnny will tell you, I called puts on the SPY 3 weeks ago when things were too high. And I said, no, this is not going to keep going. We're going the other direction. Shit, we're down, I think, 15, almost 20% from then. Things are the NASDAQ was down 7 straight days today. Today's the 7th straight day it's been down. Which actually that's a good sign, man. That's a good sign. It's not going to go down every day. It's due for a bounce back here. So I think we're just going to see a lot of volatility up until December, possibly January, until they level out these interest rates. Now, like Sam's talking about, something's going on. Yeah, you got China just locked down 60 million people out of nowhere.
China is in deep shit, and I mean there's people that make you want to believe everything coming out of China is just in military industrial complex propaganda, which could be true. But there's a bunch of people saying that their economy is in deep shit.
Right now, yeah, they had too many lockdowns. They have problems. There's three. I think there's 3 areas that are in deep shit. I mean, I think Europe is in deep shit.
Europe is in trouble. They don't even know what is coming.
I mean, what's going to be coming is us shipping natural gas to them all winter so they can turn on their lights, because Russia shut them down today. Russia said,
Russia.
Now Russia shut them down. But if you think about this for a second, if they get through this winter, which they will, we'll ship gas to them. They're going to get gas from Norway. And after this winter, I'll tell you what, this guy Putin's a fucking retard. I mean, in the long term, when nobody stops using their gas, what's Russia going to do? That's going to be a third world country.
I even saw today that like JP Morgan is making plans for moving their employees on the continent to maybe the UK or to Wall Street, even their European branches, because of the potential for blackouts. They're planning for blackouts over there, which that tells you once JP Morgan is admitting that, like, hey, we got to make plans. That's when you know they're fucked.
Oh yeah, I mean they are.
But we just talked about this on Conspiracy Social Club today. Like, somebody put out this meme that broke down the price of stuff in Europe is skyrocketing, while the price of stuff in Russia is going down. And then I just think this Ukraine shit is just wag the dog, dude. I just really do believe that.
All you got to do is look what happened today. The dollar, I want to say the dollar hit an all-time high today, which I don't know how, but
How is that happening?
It's the strongest it's ever been. It's like gone so far by the euro. The dollar's strong. It's real. It's actually too strong right now. But you got the dollar high. Russia's cutting off gas. We'll be shipping gas over, which, look, this brings me to the next thing. If you're paying attention here, put some money into XLE. Put some money into OIH. You want to be buying oil and energy when you see this on the horizon, because these things are going to go up. There's always a way to benefit. Someone can't feed their family. They're freezing over there in Europe. That's okay. We got to make money off of that. That's the important thing, man. I mean, look, we'll get them that natural gas. Family has 5 kids. Let's say 3 of them make it. 2 don't. We're still going to bank on XLE. We're going to bank on OIH. That's what it's all about. It's about banking fatties.
You're retarded.
That's so funny.
So speaking of retarded, let's what's the deal? You see crypto's just tanking again.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
mean, someone's just telling me that's the game plan to tank it even more. Again, it's volatile. We'll see. I haven't invested in crypto in months, bro. It's been a long time. I'm sitting out. We're seeing what's going on. It's again, I'll say the same thing I always say. If their goal is to get us on digital currency, destroying digital currency doesn't seem like the strong way to do it. I could be wrong. You know, I think these guys are all about pain and suffering right now. So we'll see what happens.
Well, does it surprise you though, Sam? I mean, you talked about it for months and months. If Celsius goes under and stiffs people on their money, it's gonna affect what people think about crypto. And to me, this is just this is what's going on there. Also, there's a lot of uncertainty around the merge, the Ethereum merge. I think a lot of people are waiting, just kind of riding that out, waiting until that happens to kind of see what effect that has.
And the crypto community hasn't done enough to make crypto more usable in everyday life. And until they do that, it's going to be impossible to get crypto to ever stay up because people are always going to sell it for fiat money until you can make it so, hey, I can pay this in dollars or Shiba Inu. Okay. It's just, everyone's going to be constantly selling their crypto for fiat money. It's just the way it is.
Bitcoin's below 19,000 right now.
Well, this one guy, H.A. Goodman, was saying this for a while. Then he stopped, but he's saying it's going to 10. We'll see, dude.
Damn, 18.9. Shit, 18.911 right now.
Whew. Yeah, it could.
That's rough.
I mean, Russia, I think this is kind of crazy. Russia has adopted Bitcoin as a currency, right? I'm not in terms of they didn't get rid of the ruble, but you can now they recognize it, right? Isn't that what happened, Johnny?
They've agreed to legalize crypto for certain cross-border payments, is what they're saying. That's what I've read here. Since the Russian ruble is the only current form of legal tender in the nation, the Bank of Russia has been wary of the idea of cryptocurrency payments, but now they're finally coming around. This says, according to reports, the Bank of Russia, the nation's central bank, has acknowledged that given the geopolitical climate at the moment, cross-border crypto transfers are unavoidable. So I think it's because so many countries aren't letting people pay with the ruble, because of the war over there. They're saying, all right, if you want to get money out of the country or put money in the country via crypto, we're going to allow that for the time being.
Yep. That's
this is what happens though. If when you try to lock down a country like this in the modern economy, it's just a series of pressure release valves, and the pressure release valve in this instance is going to be crypto. I think the money's just going to come out there.
I concur, man, and I think that's a big problem China's facing right now. I think China is trying to go against the laws of the universe. I know this sounds weird, but they're not allowing people to flourish. They're not spreading love. They're putting fucking government above people. They're forcing people to go into jobs they don't necessarily like. And, we get a lot of shit on this show. I've had people hit me up going, you guys don't know China. And I've had my web guy was in China for a very long time. And he goes, there's a big misconception, but something is happening over there. And you have that many people and you're trying to control them. It's just impossible, man. It's just impossible. And that's my humble opinion.
They'll be shipping gas to China in a few years. They'll be shipping gas to Russia in a few years. But look, we got an energy crisis over there in Europe right now. It's going to be, and you got to benefit. You got to benefit. You buy XLE, you buy OAH. My boy Jacob Weinstein out in fucking Coney Island called me today. So what do you think about XLE? I said, jump in, baby. There's going to be an energy crisis. You got to do it. You got to buy OIH. You got to buy Exxon. You got to buy.
So what are the ones you think people should buy?
Yeah, I mean XLE, OIH, Exxon, which is XOM. You got to love these things, man. These are oil companies, energy companies. They're going to be shipping shit over there. They're going to be raising their prices. And that's where you benefit because the XLE, I think it's at 78, 79. That's probably going to hit 100. It's a beautiful thing to take advantage of shitty situations, man.
Hey, everybody, if you're anything like us, you have a tendency to put things off until the very last minute. And while most of the time that works out, the one thing in life you really can't afford to wait on is setting up term coverage life insurance. You've probably seen life insurance commercials on TV and thought, yeah, I'll look into that later. But this isn't something you can wait on. Choose life insurance through Ladder today. Ladder is 100% digital. That means no doctors, no needles, no paperwork when you apply for $3 million in coverage or less. Just answer a few questions about your health in an application. Ladder's customers rate them 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, and they made Forbes' Best Life Insurance 2021 list. You just need a few minutes and a phone or laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out instantly if you're approved. There are no hidden fees, cancel any time, get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days. Ladder policies are issued by insurers with long, proven histories of paying claims. They're rated A and A+ by AM Best. Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now's the time to cross it off your list. So head over to ladderlife.com/cash today to see if you are instantly approved. That's ladder, LADDER, life.com/cash. ladderlife.com/cash.
We've also got a big Apple event tomorrow. What do you think? Oh, they're going to be 4 new iPhones. This is the big iPhone, the annual iPhone event. They're thinking new Apple Watch, maybe a new Apple Watch that's more fitness focused to compete with Garmin, which has had a lot of success with their fitness focused watch. They're releasing the new iOS, and then maybe a new set of AirPods. What do these events like this usually do for Apple's stock price? Howie, is this a good time to get in before the event, or is that already priced in probably?
Shit, I mean, hopefully any news will pump it a little bit, because Apple's gone from 172 down to, where is it, 150 in the last 7 days. And it was funny because I had people asking me, I had people asking me 2 weeks ago, what do you think about, buying puts on Apple, or is that? And I said, I think it's probably a good idea. It's too high, probably going to go down. And, Apple and Microsoft are 12% of the whole entire S&P. The whole entire market. So when those things tank, the market tanks.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Microsoft and Apple are 12% of the whole entire S&P. Think about that. Two companies.
Anything other stores, or do we want to get some?
Well, yeah, I mean, just the one. There are a couple of events coming up. Like Meta has a October 11 event where they're going to have a new VR headset. What do you think about Meta right here at this price, Howie?
Well, I want to say something real quick. So again, we talked
calls on it today
on the Conspiracy Social Club today, but so Apple has been threatening, and Johnny, you can jump in if you have any information on this. Apple has been threatening Facebook about their data that they give away or their mining and stuff like that. Apple, on the appearance, doesn't seem to like that. Johnny said this before, that Apple is really prides itself on privacy, even though they had that giant leak, they said.
Well, to be clear, I'm not saying that like they're doing it because they have.
Johnny loves Apple. He's always
I do love Apple. But listen, I'm saying they're doing it because it's a marketing angle. You know what I mean? And for them, they have to kind of, that's why it's not because they have these strong convictions and they love, they love their customers, but it's a marketing angle that sells right now. Privacy.
No, I get it. So they have, and Johnny's talked about this before, there's kind of a feud between Apple and Facebook. And Apple's threatened to take Facebook off the Apple Store, and which would devastate Facebook. So what Facebook is attempting to do, according to people, according to somebody I talked to, is try and create a mechanism that's outside of cell phones. So they don't have to rely on cell phones. So they don't have to rely on Apple or Google phones for business. They can create their own apparatus outside of it. So what this meeting that they're about to have is that. That's what they're trying to create, something outside of cell phones.
That would be interesting, man. I mean, I know me personally, I'm waiting for the new iPhone. I mean, I haven't upgraded because the 15 is supposed to be the shit. So And I want to say it comes out in what, couple of weeks, right, Johnny?
Yeah, they'll announce it gets announced tomorrow, and they'll probably do pre-orders probably the end of the week or the end of next week, and then you can get it the following week probably. So you got about 2 weeks, I would guess.
But yeah, Meta, look, we made money on Meta last week. We bought it at 159, sold it at 167. Those calls were like, we made 30-40%. We made money on Morgan Stanley last week. That was a nice banger. That was a 60% banger. But Meta, we went back in, bought calls today. Why not buy calls when the Nasdaq's down 7 days in a row? I mean, you're going to get a bounce here somewhere. So we went in, we bought some Meta calls. It was at 158. Feeling good about it. Feeling good.
Okay. All right. We got 3 quick questions that we'll do here from listeners, readers. One, and this is from Timothy here. This is from actually an email question. Timothy asks, Howie, what was your day-to-day like when you worked on Wall Street? Like what was I guess he means like what was your like a sketch like an average day? What was that
stacks
like?
from prostitutes.
It was, listen, man, you could write a book on it. Like, for the first 2 years, things were cranky. You'd get to the office at 7 in the morning, you'd start calling businesses, trying to drum up business. You're making 300-400 calls every single day.
Damn.
I knew guys, my brother was one, he would have 2 phones. My brother would have 2 phones like this, dialing. But yeah, you were on the phone all day long. You were getting people invested in, a lot of technology and shit, because that's what was cranking. The problem was when the market crashed, we went to a 2-year bear market, 2000 to 2002, almost 2003. And here's how that changed. That changed where, across the country, people were walking into brokerages and that's where the mass shooting started. Had one in Atlanta. Some guy went in and just lit the place up. So we had 2 ladies at the front behind what we call the Chinese wall. And when somebody came in pissed, they would alert everybody. I had a guy come in, and he wasn't even my client because his broker just walked out one day. We never saw him again. And he came in and he was pissed because his account went from $1 million down to like 60,000.
Oh my God.
And this dude literally, we walked outside, he took a swing at me. And
and this
I
was
literally
young,
ducked
this was
it.
young Howie Dewey. He was athletic.
Ducked it, went back in the office, and our manager was hiding behind the desk. I shit you not. And every broker back then, you would leave, you'd get in, you'd handle 2 hours of shitty calls, just abuse. And then you would go over to across the street to Applebee's, and you would, do 4 to 6 shots and 3 beers. And you would go back to your office and start talking to more clients with a bottle of Jack. And that's what you did. It was just brutal, man. And that was that bear market. So look, man, to get in the business, I wouldn't suggest it on anyone. There's just a lot of pressures for you to buy and sell certain things that maybe sometimes aren't the best investment. That's why I like the Patreon. I don't, I'm not getting paid any commission. I'm, telling everybody exactly what I'm doing. So it's a tough life, man. Being a broker, like Sam says, a lot of alcohol, a lot of cocaine, a lot of other things. It's not going to make for a lasting marriage, happy marriage. But that's what it was, man. It was wild time. No doubt about it.
Raj asks, what's the easiest way to invest in foreign companies that are traded on foreign exchanges?
I mean, try to talk to a broker that has access to that exchange. A lot of them are on Pink Sheets. I know my dad bought Lufkin coffee on Pink Sheets, which is a Chinese coffee company, it's gone from like 10 to 17.
So Howie, can you explain that? So is that Lufkin coffee, is traded on an exchange just in a different country? It's an exchange listed company.
And you got to go through some hoops to buy it.
Okay.
You could just buy it on the NASDAQ, or you got to call someone that has access to it. And you can buy it. You can buy a foreign company. Just, you got to make some calls, find a broker, and it's possible. You can buy anything.
Okay. All right. And then this is the last one here. This is from Real JCM. Johnny, can you please ask Sam if I could connect with him offline?
I'm from the Falls. He probably knows my family. Been trying to connect via email and your voicemail to no avail. Appreciate it if you help. Just I am me. So yeah,
What's
Sam,
going on?
could you connect please with this gentleman, Real JC? He wants to connect with you offline.
The
All right, connect
Falls.
with me offline, bro. Send me an email,
He's
real
from the
JC.
Falls. He says you know
You're
his
from the
family.
Falls. I was born there. Was there a year. Send it to me. Send
Okay.
me an email, samtriplelive@gmail. Okay, send it. Guys, I'm very excited to announce that Cash Daddies is a last week hit top 200 financial podcast, investing podcast in Canada. So thank you guys. We're big with the Canucks.
Love the
Okay.
Canadian.
Right on.
Love some Canadians moving, shaking. A lot of you guys are subscribers. Some of your guys' cards didn't go through. Get back on subscribing. If you want to make money in this chaotic market, you need the idiots of Howie Dewey to point you in the right direction. Okay.
Yeah, we got a great crew over there, man. Everybody helps each other out, ask questions. It's good. People are
New
learning.
crew is fucking in fuego, guys. So we're going to go to the Patreon portion of the show. Again, thank you so much for making us a top 200 podcast in Canada. And I think one other country, Finland or something like that, right, Johnny? Something we were
Yeah,
big
well,
into.
in the investing in the United States, we were on September 1st, 190. So yeah, top 200 investing in the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Howie,
Investing, bro. Come
before we get over
on,
there,
get some
what's your stock pick for the week, Howie?
stock. Pick of the week.
100%. Here it comes. Buy it. Buy some Uber.
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 Nice.
I like Uber. I've been watching it for weeks now. It's been trading right around this 28, 29 mark. But for last month, it stayed pretty steady. It looks like it's going to pump back up to 33, 35. I love Uber.
All right.
Okay.
That's it.
But you don't have a pick, Sam?
Oh, my pick, dude, I'm still really bullish. Gold and silver. I've been talking to people. I mean, dude, we're seeing chaos in Europe. I know the dollar's really high, but something tells me something might be coming here. Chaotic with the banks. So gold and silver is a great way. And also, what's going on right now, and I think Howie or it was on my other podcast, somebody talked about the reason gold and silver is so low is because everybody's selling their gold and silver for they need cash. So you can get at a very low price right now because according to some people I'm talking to, that shit's gonna skyrocket very soon. So
It could.
grab it
because
now
it's so far
while
down.
you can.
Okay. All right. And I like Apple. Watch the event. The event's tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you like the phone, if the phone has some feature that makes you think, oh, that's pretty interesting, that means that a lot of other people are probably going to like it and that you should buy the stock. So check it out. Watch the event tomorrow.
Goodbye.
I like Apple here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
All right. We're heading over to Patreon now. Check it out.